Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Market Misfits. We're going to be covering Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and XRP today. Everybody's wondering what the crap happened to XRP and the crypto market. Why is everything crashing? Just real quick, I think this is a good time to bring this up. Having these emotions with this stuff, considering how much that we've gone up, the amount that we've gone down is hardly anything. So this is a natural part, but the cause of this we're going to get to. Let's take a look at the economic calendar real fast. We had a lot of USD news come in green. So inflation data, unemployment claims came in really green. So they were thinking there was going to be more. And so there was less than projected and less than previous. So that's good for USD. So most of the time, the crypto market is going to do the opposite of what the dollar does. We're also going to be taking a look at that chart. But this miss right here with retail sales, this was not a big miss here. So not a really big player in what happened, I don't believe. But this right here, PPI, USD. So they were expecting for it to stay the same and it doubled. So that was a really big banger contributor. And then core PPI. So this came out green, more than projected, still under the previous, but still, this is one of the main reasons why the market has gone down. And just back to this. So with these types of emotions and going through on Twitter and everything like that, you're going to see a lot of this stuff. People getting upset and people hyping you up and all kinds of stuff. You name it, you're going to find over here. So whenever you're searching through, you just gotta, when you see stuff, nothing against, not talking crap, just saying, when you see in this, it's really easy for you to get caught up in these emotions. These things are red right here on these platforms for a reason. This stuff was instilled in us whenever we were getting red Fs on our test in elementary school. So we've been bred into fearing the red as like a punishment, when this should be seen, excuse me, as an opportunity. And these emotions should not play a factor whatsoever. So always keep your mind right, keep a disciplined mindset, and discipline your emotions, and understand number one, it was time for a correction. And then we had the catalyst come in with the USD news. So, but that's all I want to touch on with that, because I know it's a question that a lot of people are asking. We got some news in on Dogecoin. I say news, actually, Elon Musk had mentioned Dogecoin. As far as I know, this is the first time that he's publicly claimed that he's endorsing Dogecoin. So let's take a listen in on that real fast. So we just dropped this in the group earlier today. So I don't know if y'all noticed, but we got a pretty decent sized pump off of Dogecoin right before the collapse. Let's take a listen in here and see what Elon actually says here.
When can you buy a Tesla with Dogecoin? Well, at some point, I think we should enable that. You can buy Tesla merch with Doge, which is cool. So Dogecoin to the moon. In fact, a lot of people maybe don't know the reason that I actually ended up sort of, somewhat endorsing Dogecoin was when I was walking around the factory at Tesla. Some people who were just, they're working the line, like not rich people or anything, and they said, "Can you please support Doge?" And then also, I was at SpaceX, and also just walking the factory, and some regular guys just said, "Hey, can you support Doge?" And I was like, you know what? Doge is the people's crypto, so I will support it because lots of rich people were supporting Bitcoin, but I was like, but the people in the line want me to support Doge, I'll support Doge. So Doge is for you.
So that's pretty cool. And just a little tidbit on Elon. I'm not really for or against or anything Elon. I'm, again, not emotionally attached, but with his everything app that he is making out of Twitter, if they use Dogecoin to be the coin of preference or for use on that platform, on that app, and they're going to be using it for everything from banking to, every other kind of asset or every other kind of item that you can buy on that platform, and it really gets to be the first or second largest institution in the world, then yes, Dogecoin will be going to the moon. So despite whether or not people like Elon Musk or not, it doesn't really matter. We go over this stuff and talk about this because this is influencing the market and has potential to influence the market even more. So just wanted to touch on that real fast. Again, not getting into my emotions over liking Elon Musk into Dogecoin, but that when push comes to shove, at the end of the day, here to make money. So it's important to keep your emotions and things like that out of that. So when you're super excited or super, in love with a person, or you like a person a whole lot and they're supported and you're trying to support them or whatever, it's important to keep your emotions in check and make sure that you're doing that based off of metrics and logic, and not because this is your favorite person in the world or whatever. So he's a very influential person. He's the first richest person in the world. So yes, we are super bullish on Dogecoin just as much as we are XRP. Here we are on the Bitcoin 1 hour. So we recently just dropped this other chart into the group just a while ago. So seeing this as a rising channel, but we actually noticed a break in structure, bear structure before. So we broke this point right here. And at this point, start to wonder if we weren't going to retrace and start to come down some. So we have broken a couple different structure points. We broke here and we broke here, 72K. We broke down bearish at 70,500, got below that. But if we take a look just a little bit closer, let's take a look at this pattern right here, because I'm seeing a pattern. This is looking like we may have came down here. I'm sure a lot of people bought in right here at this bullish pin bar. This might have just been for liquidity, but this is a descending, broadening cone. So it's just the same as a wedge, except for opposite. It's the same, but opposite. So this end down here gets wider. And what I think this is just continuing to pump out and take out liquidity. So you'll continue to see lower lows and the gap get bigger and bigger sometimes. This time we're seeing it pointed down, so it tends to be bullish. Wonder now if this wasn't just to get liquidity and we're going to come up back and test 73,600 up here. This is one of the options that we're looking at right here. If we come back inside of the end of the inside of the channel here, we're going to be looking at this level, paying attention to this level to see if we get a repeat of this. Because if we do, then we would have a head and shoulders pattern. Looking for something, maybe something like this could turn out from this. But the last time I remember this happening in this way on the 1 hour, and we were expecting a big retracement, we blew right through and went through the top. So there's also that possibility without a doubt. But right now it's looking bullish, like we're going to enter back at the inside of the channel. Again, the levels we're going to be watching is 72,000, and we're going to be watching 73,700, this area up here, basically the inside of this channel. So if we break back on top of the inside of this, we get something that comes back inside the channel, we claim one of these as support, whether it's over here, or we come up to the center of the channel. We claim the center channel as support. You can see this lines out. So there is a support, or right now actually resistance right here at the center of the channel at around this intersection. So we're also going to be keeping an eye on that to see if we're going to end up getting a bullish breakout. So despite all the dollar news, we are still bullish on Bitcoin. Even though we've broken structure, we could come down all the way down to the next support. Only time will tell. It's hard to, come to. It's kind of like a dance. You just got to wait for the market to move and make sure you don't step on its feet. But the next support we're looking at down here is around 63,219 area for the 1 hour. So this is what we're going to be paying attention to most. So the price would be down here. If we get a breakdown below 68K on the hour, then we're just going to have to take it 1 hour at a time and see what happens. But something is looking a little bit suspicious about this right now, just because we went outside of this channel. We actually came down and cleared out this low. So definitely got some liquidity. Anybody that was going long here from the bullish pin bar got stopped out. And so I would not be surprised to see this continue up after this. Just a quick look at DXY real fast. So we have a complete double bottom on DXY. We're still in this downtrend. Now I'm seeing a head and shoulders right here. I wouldn't doubt if we came over to retest the neckline of this thing and continue down. But we're going to be watching the neckline to this head and shoulders right here on DXY. Also going to be staying plugged into any dollar news, because most of the time the crypto market is going to do the opposite as the dollar, and where Bitcoin goes, most other projects go. The whole market was red. A lot of people wondering what's going on. Just wanted to cover that real quick. You know, it is what it is. It's time to do it. It's not any big deal. You know, not any reason definitely to be getting emotional, but just want to cover that real fast, just FYI. Here we are on the XRP versus Bitcoin chart. So we are getting some rejection down here as we are reaching this weekly supporting trend. Historically, we've seen some massive launches off of this trend. So if history repeats itself, then would not expect, but be looking for this point to be broken on XRP versus Bitcoin chart for the week. So it would be quad 02842. So as you can see here on the hour, now we're zoomed in. Here's our weekly supporting trend. We actually came down here, and this is where we got that massive push. So definitely keeping our eyes on XRP right now. We still have a massive gap down here on the 1 hour, but if it's meaning business, then it may not come and cover this back up, and we might continue up here. You know, so while everyone else is in their feelings, hating XRP, hating Bitcoin, hating the cryptocurrency market, just because we had a correction due to some dollar data, then, you know, to each their own, but I'm trying to tell you right now, that's not the way to win. If you're in this to be profitable, you got to keep as cool as a cucumber. Here was our pattern right here. It sounds cheesy or whatever, but it is what it is. You get in your emotions about anything in life and try to handle it with your emotions, you're going to fail. So here's our pattern right here, descending wedge into this weekly supporting trend. We did see that get respected and rejected and went up here. So kind of looking for this fair value got to be filled in down here, but would not doubt at all if we continue to see this go up. Here we are back at the XRP chart. So this is the actual XRPUSD, and this might look familiar. This is from last time we left it up. This is not the one we were trading on. We just left it up because we were waiting for this point to be crossed over here on the daily. We have not broken this yet. We got really close with the push. Last time we were on the call, we were down here we were right down here somewhere. And right when we got off the call, right after we're like, well, this looks pretty bullish because of this double bottom. We have a double bottom on top of the neckline of an ascending triple bottom down here. So it was looking pretty bullish. We had divergence and everything coming up off of here. Then the volume came in. We came all the way to our point here. We were looking to break. It gave a slight break, but as you can see, it did not hold. And we're down here, we're looking for a clear break up here. So somewhere closer to around 75 cents close on the day for XRP to complete this pattern right here. If we complete this pattern right here, I'm not going to do any price predictions or anything like that. Again, just going to take it one candle at a time, one article at a time, one piece of data at a time. And that's the best that we can do. But until then, we're staying neutral until we see a break up here. We're going to take a look and see what's happening. As soon as we dropped this in the group, Dogecoin to the moon, Dogecoin went to the ground. So we did not take off, but you can kind of see that descending, broadening cone that's on Bitcoin 1 hour reflected here on Dogecoin. Here it is on Dogecoin. So we did break structure. We came up here and then we got our descending channel. This little wick right here came down and took out this low right here. So, you know, anybody going long right here, I wouldn't doubt to see a little bit sharper drop, but this is starting to look like an accumulation. And in fact, when this did break, it did classify this as an accumulation phase and not a distribution phase. So we're looking for a break again. This time we are going to be looking up here at around 18,795 cents. So a break into 19 cents on the hour would clear this and we'll feel better about going long again. But until we break this point that was created, because this point is no longer as valid, we're looking for this next high to be breached. Then we'll take a look and see what's going on with our positions. So here we are in the group. You guys make sure to make it over here to Market Misfits Academy. So we had dropped this and we just covered this in the group. Just kind of wanted to go over some of the stuff that we're dropping here. Not going to cover every single little thing, but we're giving out free signals, free ideas, and updating everyone the best that we can as fast as we can as we're doing this. Now we are trading in the meantime, so we cannot get on videos every single day, but we're doing this so that people can have a place to go. If they have any questions or you got any comments, then you could drop a comment and send us a message, and we will see y'all on the next one. See ya.